Hello, welcome to One on One with Jane. I'm your host, and today I have Laura Kay Henderson on my show. I hope I said it right.
Yep, Henderson with She Films Media here to talk about Behind a Masquerade of Crimes, a new feature film.
So, what actually inspired you to write that?
So the feature film is based on a play of the same title, and it's about various relationships, in love and loss, and about this writer who lost her wife and kind of finds a new relationship in a writer's group. And there's a lot of twists and turns and ups and downs, but I just thought it was such a great storyline when we did it as a stage show, and the audience loved it, and the play itself has been around for a while, and adored by audiences, that I thought it just needed something more. It needed to reach a wider audience, that we needed to share in a new light the same story. So we adapted it into a short and now a feature. So what can we do with close-ups that we can't do from the back row on stage, and so I was just inspired to see what we could do a little bit differently with the same story.
Well, that's good. You know what? I'm going to make you laugh. My ideas come out from people. Like, for example, one girl called me up, and every time she calls me up, she said one funny sentence to me last year, like a little over a year ago, and I started to build on that one little line, and it became a creepy movie because of her. Not creepy, it was a first thriller I ever did, because she said that one line, and every time she wants me to send the whole movie to her, and I don't want her to get mad, because every time she said something to me, I met her one time, she's a writer too, and I thought she could act. She's like, I'm not into acting. So I get ideas from people and just observing how people behave. Any upcoming plans for that movie?
Yeah, so we are wrapping up production soon. We'll be wrapping that up in November here, 2020, and we'll get our music going and sound effects, and hopefully next spring we will have a beautiful movie to shop around to film festivals and to other video-on-demand platforms. Luckily, the world is primed for the indie filmmaker at the moment in the age of the internet, and we're looking forward to shopping this around and then taking in ideas for new screenplays, so we can start on what's next, because we want to just keep building great quality LBQ content.
That's good, because sometimes people submit their work to me and they think I'm going to do their projects, but they submit it from different countries, and I don't understand. They wrote it in another language. I can't do it. Did someone inspire you, or just how did this happen? How did the idea come to life?
Yeah, it was just the story behind a Masquerade of Rhymes. This play was produced in the 1990s in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and Sarah E. McLean, who directed the stage play as well as co-directed the film, she was working with the API Theater, the theater company that produced this play in the 90s in Kalamazoo. So she kind of knew about the storyline for years. And then myself, as producing artistic director of Queer Theater Kalamazoo, the 501c3 nonprofit based out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, she pitched the idea to do the play. So then we put on the play. I was in the play, and it was a lot of fun. And that's where we just said, where can we take this? These characters are need more. They deserve more time, and so where can we give it to them if not on stage, on screen? And so we just got excited and fleshed out a few different characters and trimmed a few other things, and I think we've got a nice, beautiful adaptation. So
I was just curious if you actually were the same people sometimes, like some of the same actors. Do you find them on social media sites, or do you recruit them in person?
Yeah, so we have a lot of the people that were in the stage play, which we recruited through word of mouth, through the organization's site, social media, are actually, a lot of those actors are also involved in the feature film. So luckily we've had kind of our friends and friends of friends and people we've worked with before all kind of come together on the project. But occasionally we'll put out calls for other roles on Facebook or, places like that. But for the most part, it's kind of, who you know.
So do you ever act in your own projects?
Yeah, I'm actually starring in this one as well, this feature as well as then the play. So it's been helpful though to have been the character and to be working with the original playwright and then to be also directing with someone who directed stage plays. So everyone's very familiar with the storyline, with the roles. So that's really worked out. But yeah, I would say if you look for opportunities for. If you can't find them, make them. So why not, put on some great shows with some great talent, myself included. Luckily though, everyone's very committed to the project. And
That's
so
good.
we haven't had any issues with actors or crew. Yeah.
I was curious, do actors get paid or do they get IMDb credit for your films?
So, well, up front, IMDb credit plus whatever comes with the, working on a film, but then deferred payment. So if we are able to make money off of the project, then people will be able to get paid. And it's my goal, it has always been my goal to create artist sustainability in Michigan for actors of the theater, of film, crew members. There is so much film that goes on, but a lot of it is free. Most of what I've ever worked on has been free, because we're filmmakers. It's just what we love to do. We want to work on any project that we can, always be creating. But, at the end of the day, you've got to put food on the table. And, if you aren't working all the time, if you're, working on a project a lot, I can't pay you a salary, but, hopefully we can make it worth your time.
Do you edit your own projects?
I do. That's very helpful for me, so I can, instantly turn around and see if there's anything we need to reshoot or not, or just be able to sleep knowing that it's in the can.
Oh, that's good. You know what? I only edit anything under 20 minutes. I just get everything ready for an editor. And I knew this guy for a long time. Unlike others, I would never trust again to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they were kind of hard to work with. Do you have any plans next?
Well, after this project, we'll be recruiting basically scripts. I have a few different screenwriters that I'm talking to now for future works, but we're always taking script submissions. We are focusing on LBQ content to have some nice, strong women lead characters, and kind of going from there. Focusing more on shorts.
You know what it takes when it comes to making a movie. It takes a long time to set everything up and analyze the schedule and do things. And
Oh yeah.
so do you like working with everyone you're working with now?
Yeah, well, we have a really great team, and I've met a lot of these folks that I'm working with now quite some time ago, and have worked on a lot of other various theatrical or film projects with them. So, nobody's super new to me here, so that's always nice when everyone's going to kind of meld together. But I mean, it is a tight team, and especially in the age of COVID, I mean, it's about trust. So really making sure people aren't going to go out and expose themselves to risky situations and bring it on set. So luckily we have everyone that that we work with. I feel we can trust, and I'm very happy to work with. Would definitely work with again.
What genre do you usually work with? Is it drama? Is it romance? Or what do you look for mostly?
Yeah, I like, I love a good drama, a good, romantic drama with a little bit of comedy.
Any plans for distribution?
For distribution, so there's a site out of the UK. It's called Lesflix, which is really fun. They're a brand new company, and it's like Netflix, but for lesbian, bisexual, queer women content. And so we are looking at them for the feature. We just signed a deal with them for the short. So definitely something worth checking out. They are LESFLICKSVOD. They just started in the fall of 2019, and so we kind of got our movie in as they were beginning. Good timing, I suppose, and everybody wins. Everybody wins.
Well, thanks a lot for being on One-on-One with Jane.
Thanks, Jane.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
everyone.